Hello, Galactic Explorers. I'm your guide, Fact Finder Felix. Today, we're embarking on an extraordinary voyage through our own backyard in space, the solar system. Prepare for a ride filled with wonders. Our solar system is a bustling neighborhood situated in the Milky Way galaxy. It's made up of a star, that's the sun, and everything that's bound to it by gravity, planets, moons, comets, and even your leftover space pizza. Just kidding about the pizza. Or am I? First stop, the sun, a colossal sphere of blazing plasma. This giant ball of fiery gas is the CEO of the solar system, keeping everything in line with its massive gravity. It's so huge that about 1.3 million Earths could fit inside it. Talk about a tight squeeze. It's over 109 times the diameter of Earth and makes up about 99% of the solar system's mass. Without this star's energy, our whole planetary party wouldn't exist. Zipping around the sun every 88 days is Mercury, the sprinter of the solar system. It's a tiny powerhouse with a big iron core, and its surface is covered with craters from cosmic collisions. Mercury's day is super long. One day-night cycle there takes 176 Earth days. Next, we glide by Venus, shrouded in mystery and sulfuric acid clouds. It's similar to Earth in size, but totally different in the weather. It's hot, wrapped in clouds, and spins backwards. If you stood on Venus, you'd see the sun rise in the west and set in the east. Weird, huh? Next, home sweet home. Earth, the blue marble where every human story has played out. It's the only place we know that hosts life, and yes, that includes your little brother. We've got one moon that loves Earth so much it's been hanging around for over 4.5 billion years. It's the perfect spot for life, with just the right conditions: liquid water, a protective atmosphere, and a magnetic field to shield us from the sun's harsh winds. Say hi to Mars, the red planet, and our potential second home. It's got the tallest mountain and the deepest, longest canyon in the solar system. Plus, it's the only other place where we've sent robots to poke around and send us selfies. Buckle up and hold on tight. We're zooming through the Asteroid Belt. It's like the solar system's rocky jewelry, separating the inner planets from the outer planets. These rocky remnants are leftovers from the solar system's formation, some as large as dwarf planets, others as small as pebbles. Now we meet Jupiter, our protective big brother, and the solar system's heavyweight champion. Its massive size and gravity help keep Earth safe from potential comet impacts. It's so massive, you could fit all the other planets inside it and still have room for snacks. It's a gas giant with a storm, the Great Red Spot, that's been raging for centuries and is larger than Earth itself. Behold. Saturn. The fashionista with those stunning rings, the jewel of our solar system. Its rings are made from billions of ice and rock particles, some as tiny as grains of sand, others as large as mountains. And it has a moon, Titan, that's much like early Earth, complete with rain and rivers. Up next is Uranus, the sideways planet, and it's laying down on the job, literally. It's tilted on its side and rolls around the sun like a bowling ball. This is possibly due to a cataclysmic collision long ago. Uranus has a faint ring system and 27 known moons, each named after characters from the works of Shakespeare and Alexander Pope. Last but not least, Neptune. It's the most distant planet from the sun. This blue beauty is the king of sea storms, the windy wanderer, with winds howling at the speed of sound. It's a wild ride out there. Despite its distance, it's a dynamic world, alive with the fastest winds in the solar system. And before we go, let's give a shout out to Pluto, our favorite dwarf planet, hanging out in the Kuiper Belt. It may have been demoted from planet status, but it's got a heart. No, really. There's a heart-shaped glacier named Tomball Regio on Pluto, which is probably why it's still loved across our solar system. Pluto takes 248 Earth years to orbit the sun, so if you lived on Pluto, you'd celebrate your first birthday really late, and the parties would be super chilly. Did you know that Pluto has 5 known moons? Its largest, Charon, is so big that it and Pluto orbit each other like a pair of waltzing dancers. Now that's a celestial dance-off, and here's a cosmic in fact. to blow your mind. If you could drive a car upwards at 60 miles per hour, you'd reach space in just over an hour. So, technically, space is just a road trip away. If you enjoyed this stellar journey, hit the like button like a comet, share it, and subscribe to join our future space explorations. Hit the bell too to be notified of our next adventure, and always keep looking up. You never know what you might see. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.